Well, hello there, and this is Auntie, and I am here to do my rant on Married at First Sight, Season 13 Reunion Part 2. Are y'all ready? Let's go.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie. Everybody needs
with a whoop whoop and a boop boop
auntie
boop.
that everybody needs.
You can make this up. Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
Everybody needs a sweet old auntie.
So why even fuckers?
Aunties and lies, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Okay, I don't know if that played or not, or if y'all was just sitting here looking at me, looking at this. But this is Auntie, everybody. If this is your first time being here, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And to all of my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining this family. And to all of my nieces and nephews who have been here with me for the long haul, thank you all so much for your continued support. If you see this shirt that I have on today, I will be giving these shirts away for the holiday season, along with a couple of other things to your cousins. I will be doing a random drawing. So if you would like to participate or help with financing these shirts like this for your cousins, go ahead on and hit me up in the cash app. Nothing is too big or nothing is too small. You all know that I use my super chat money to give things away to your cousins every month. Okay, pay a couple of bills, that kind of stuff. Will you pay my bill? Yes, Auntie pays your bills. Okay, not all the time, but with the money. But this year, I'm going to be giving these shirts away to I think it's 20 subscribers. And so if you would like to help in any way, or if you would like to spread your holiday cheer, my cash app is scrolling across the bottom. So don't feel obligated. If you want to do it, you do it. Okay? It says give, and it shall be given unto you. Pressed down, shaken together, and running over shall men give to your bosoms. Okay? Okay, so please and thank you. Love you all to pieces. So, y'all, this is my rant of Married at First Sight. I'm hoping you all can see me well. Married at First Sight, season 13, reunion part 2. Now we saw reunion part 1, and it was a big old mess. During that reunion, it was a lot going on with the couples, but we did not get an opportunity to see Johnny and Bao. And so in this episode, we get an opportunity to talk to the two of them. And of course, you know that this is not a review, but this is indeed a rant, okay? Because what I do is I come out here on my rants, honey, and I just goes off, okay? And y'all goes off in the comments, and we all go off, okay? So I'm hoping that you all are ready to go off in the comments. I saw some of y'all was already here. Y'all was early, honey. And y'all was like, I am so ready to go off. Okay, go off and let have. Okay, so we're going to go off and let have. So we had the couples talking to Kevin, and as I said, Bao and Johnny did not get an opportunity to discuss their relationship, and so they bring out the two of them, and they talking about the same old, same old. However, to me, in my opinion, I felt like I got a little bit more clarity from Johnny as it relates to Bao, and Bao admitted to something that she had not wanted to admit to during the season, and that is that she absolutely was playing games when the camera was off. Now, Johnny indicated that, they did have some good times, and all that kind of stuff while the two of them were together. But that he made a mistake by agreeing with his wife to have discussions, meaningful discussions behind the scene. And because of that, he felt like Bao was, being fake and all of this. Bao's explanation was that she cared about her image. She cared about how she looked to her friends, how she looked to her family. She indicated that her family did not like filming. So her and, Johnny had an opportunity to, discuss things with the family and with the friends. And then they made a strategic, planned decision to bring this stuff to, whatever she wanted to bring to the public, while Johnny was just letting it all hang out, including his pink shorts. And I thought that, when this came up during the season, right, Bao denied this. She denied that she was not, being methodical, and she was not playing games with the public, trying to make the public a trying to make herself look good in front of the public. She says that, she had coworkers and all that, and she gave she cared about that. But here's the thing that I got an issue with. If I'm being 100, I'm keeping it a buck 100, right? And you keeping it a buck. And I'm coming out here and I'm being vulnerable, then I need you to be vulnerable too. I don't need you to be so planned and so strategic that you make me look like an asshole while you look like the victim. I did not like that about Johnny. Bao. I know that Bao thought that that was just a small thing, but for me, that would have been an issue too. Because don't be one way off the camera and another way, when the camera is on. I know that we have to be adaptable and all that kind of stuff. We really don't want to come off a certain kind of way, right? If it means that much to us. But I think that it was a disservice to Johnny because, as Johnny said, there was a lot that we did not see, a lot that we did not hear, because Bao was so calculated about how she looked on television. I didn't appreciate it at all. I probably, if I was Johnny, I would have had those conversations with her, like it or not, right? I would have reneged on the deal. I would have breached the contract. It's no if, ands, or buts about it, because the editing and is already bad, right? It's already spliced together and all of that. And so when somebody comes out there and they do something like that, along with editing, you have no other choice but to look like you stone cold crazy, which is what we thought that he looked like. Some of the arguments and some of the things that Zach was saying during the season, his reactions were so strong. And I kept asking during the season, what the hell is going on with the editing? How is he going from a 0 to 1,000, and we don't see what caused him to go to 100, what caused him to go to 500? We just saw him go to 1,000. So that explains a lot of what I felt like I saw throughout this whole season. That is not to say that Johnny is not an asshole, that he did not say really bad things about Bao, that he did not treat her poorly. That's not to say that. That's just to say that what was Bao doing, okay, behind the scenes that we did not see, by her own admission. She said that the conversations that she had with Johnny were planned. And so I'm saying to myself, well, if this was planned, then, we really didn't get the real willy-nilly. We didn't get the real deal out of the situation. This is just my opinion about it. Let me know down in the comment sections what you think about it. Now, Johnny indicated that the reason why he said yes at decision day is because that Bao only gave him two options. One option either is if you say no, it's a done deal. If you say yes and then decide afterwards that you are going to say no, then that's fine. Isn't that what Merla is getting her ass whooped in the streets for? Let me bring this camera up some more. Isn't that exactly what Merla did? But Merla is getting dragged in the mofo streets. Merla said yes on decision day and then 2 weeks later made a decision to say no. But it wasn't all right for Merla to do that because Gil is crying. Anyway, let me stay focused. I just thought I would throw that mofo question out there because there's this YouTuber who's getting on my nerve. And I'm really going to do a video addressing that brother. I think that some of you all may know who he is. I looked this week and this mofo has done I'm talking about 5 videos on Merla and Gil because Gil's crying. He is a walking contradiction. And I just really feel like it's just time for me to go there with this brother. Because you say one thing, then you flip and say something else, and you say, the brothers, we got to make sure that we cover the brothers and all this kind of bull crap. Well, what about the sisters that are following you? I'm sure that the majority of the people who are following you are women. But when the women come out here, women like myself and Janice, who come out here and told the truth from the giddy up, held Maryland just as responsible as Gil was, as we held Gil. Now we being criticized and all of that kind of stuff. I'm going to have to address the brother. Y'all just going to have to wait for that video. Oh, but it's coming. It's coming. Anyway, nobody has gotten on Bao for being Merla. Bao is just as much as Merla is Bao. The only difference is that she said no on decision day. She was feeling Johnny. She wasn't feeling Johnny. She was sleeping with Johnny. She wasn't sleeping with Johnny. They even admitted that they lied that they consummated the marriage. Well, guess what? So did Merla. But nobody's riding Bao like they ride Merla. Is that because Johnny's not crying? He has a way of keeping crying and keeping his tears on his pillow. Bao probably makes more money, if not maybe equal, than Merla does. Bao is bougie. Okay, let's just go ahead and keep it 100. She's a woman who buys very nice clothes. And ain't nobody coming back and saying anything about Bao and how Bao treated her man. And how, in my opinion, Bao was flirting and looking at Zach the whole damn time, especially when they was at the couple's cabin. And then all of a sudden, Tweedly Lee and Tweedly Dum get together, bitch, on where they at now. Mighty funny, they said that they left the reunion, okay, as Brett, Zach, and Bao left the reunion coincidentally and been hanging out ever since. So what is Ryan, the cover guy? He the wingman? He the man in the outside to make it look like it's a threesome when we all know that it was a fucking twosome? I need a drink, bitch. I need a drink. He was the cotton freaker wingman that was trying to keep everybody's noses under the ground. Because we saw Bao sitting that ass up there at the thing, peeking all out the door, coming to the car, being a rescuer, going over there the day before, petting and everything on Michaela. And the whole time she had her eyes on Zach. Come on! But she ain't getting the heat. Why she ain't getting the heat? I'll wait to see why she's not getting the heat and why she's not being held accountable. So what she said, no decision day. She sat there the last day and said, I'll be here for you, Zach. Johnny, I'll be here for you. I'm right here. I'm not giving up. I'm going to be by your side. Was she by his side? Held to the no. But she ain't nobody riding her ass. She's just like Merla. But the thing about it is, her friends, Bao friends, says she eat men up and spit them out. That's what she do. She eats them and then spit them out. Johnny said that he felt like he was losing his damn self. How many men do you hear say that they losing themselves? Gil lost himself now, but he deserved to lose himself. But see, they sitting up here, honey. Hunty. Ain't nobody, but they ain't got no heat. They don't have no heat for Bao. Because Bao was playing a mighty strong game. She was playing a game, just like Merla. But there's no heat for Bao. See, the thing about it is, if we're going to be, come out here and talk about the damn thing, we're going to have to just go head on and talk about the damn thing. We can't sit up here and Scooby-Doo bop. Okay, and y'all, this little curl right here is getting on my nerve. Okay. We can't sit and give it to one and not give it to all. Is it I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. I want to go somewhere so bad, but I'm trying my best not to go there. Because Bao was no different to me, in my opinion, than Merla. She gave Johnny all these little pipe dreams as well. And then she pulled the rug from up underneath them at decision day and said, it's a no for me. It would be a no for me. Johnny said the reason why he did it is because he only had an option. And he felt like, if he was to say yes on decision day, then, maybe, just maybe, the two of them will have an opportunity to try to, see how it was without the lights, camera, and the action. But the lights, camera, and action was going on the whole time because Bao was faking her off and dominating, manipulating, and controlling the narrative the whole time, but would not admit it during the show. What are you talking about? I'm being myself. I'm keeping it 100. I'm keeping it $150 out here in these daggone May streets. No, she wasn't. And now she sits up there and says, ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm cooking dinner and I'm sewing on buttons. Sweet little buttons I sew on Johnny's face, prepping meals and spinning his wheels. These are a few of Bao's favorite things. She was faking the whole entire time. The whole entire time. She been checked out this damn relationship. She checked out the relationship long time ago. And now all of a sudden, Bao is the victim. Bao played the victim the whole time, and we rode the hell out of Johnny. When Johnny was standing outside that restaurant, honey, and Jose came out there. He's about to have a nervous breakdown up against that wall. Then this bitch comes out with a box, of her to-go stuff, and was like, where's our Uber? She should have come on the show if she was afraid of showing people who she really was. She should not have come on the show if this is what she was going to do. So the same heat that we want to give to Merla, we need to give to fake ass Bao. We need to give her the same heat. That's just my opinion about it. Let me know down in the comment section what you think about it. The next couple that came out there on that mofo stage was Rachel. Wait a minute. First of all, they brought the experts out. I don't know if they are experts in playing games, or if they are experts in setting people up. But I can tell you what, this show, in my opinion, has ruined lives. And we want to blame the cast. The cast did not pick and choose who they wanted to be with, who they were going to be with. They gave them certain criteria, negotiables and non-negotiables, about what it is that they felt like they wanted in a partner. The experts sat their asses together on a table and said, we're going to give them the very opposite of what it is that they've asked for, in hopes that these couples, based on our opinions and our support, can stay together. It doesn't work like that. You have to give somebody what they ask for. It is not the job of a therapist, a counselor, to give me medical or advice that's going to cause me harm. And then they sit out there, and Kevin asked them what couples did they think that were going to stay together. They felt like Rachel and Jose were going to stay together, and they were oh so surprised that Merla did not stay together with Gil. How the hell could Merla not stay together with Gil? We gave Merla the total opposite of what she asked for. How the fuck can she, do this to us? You gave her the opposite of what she asked for. But you thought that by manipulating the odds, by manipulating the cards, that you were going to somehow come out as being right, that you can stay and will stay in a relationship where your negotiables and your non-negotiables are not met. Merla already had given them a peek, okay, of what she was going to make a decision about. She had already done that. When she sat there in the therapist's face and she said, were we wrong, Merla? Merla said, yeah, you was wrong. You damn sure was wrong about it. But before we go to them, we're going to go to Zach and Michaela. Zach was sitting his ass up there on the sofa. It was his turn to now have a conversation about Michaela. Zach is so confused about what it is that he wants to communicate to Michaela. He already knows that Michaela is called Hurricane K, and that she has made a decision to go out there and manipulate the story before he had an opportunity to do so. Let me put my glasses on. Thank you so much, Tanya, for the $4.99 super chat. I believe the entire show was scripted because the producers are maybe trying to mirror Australia Married at First Sight. I don't know. But thank you, man. I didn't say that Johnny wasn't mean to Bao. Where do y'all get off? Let's deal with this. Auntie, this is from NCS. Auntie, I usually agree with you, but I disagree on Johnny. Johnny was mean to Bao. He was a little all over the place with what he wanted. His communication sucked. I think she wanted to say big time. I did not ever say that Johnny wasn't off the hook. I was talking about Bao this time. So while you may not agree with me on this, that's fine. But I never, ever said that Johnny was the good guy. Never said that. And I said that Johnny was an asshole. And I believe that as well. However, I'm getting to the point, the point that I was making, my beloved, is that Bao finally admitted on air what she had been denying during the season, that she was being strategic and methodical. We saw Johnny going from a 0 to 1,000 with no story in between there. I had mentioned it on several videos that there is something missing in this storyline. I'm not saying that Johnny is not an asshole. I'm not saying that Johnny wasn't disrespectful. I'm not saying that Johnny wasn't verbally, mentally, and emotionally abusive to Bao. However, what I am and what I did say is that Bao absolutely played a role in this by manipulating, controlling the narrative for to protect herself and her image, and made Johnny look like he was a motherfucking fool. She did. And she basically admitted to it. She said, yeah, the conversations that I had, they were planned. Who plans conversations? And if it's not a win-win, then don't put me in a position where I'm gonna have a conversation with you and I'm gonna be left holding the bag. And that's exactly what she did, that she denied during the season. I'm not saying that Johnny is not without his faults. I've said it all season. So maybe you knew. So welcome, boo. But I've said it all season about this guy and his character. But we can't look at one person's character and not look at the other person's character. And Bao in this episode admitted that she told a mother and lie. And that she did want people to have a certain a perception of her. If she was protecting her image while laying his out on the sidewalk. And Johnny wasn't mentally ready to do that. He could not match her manipulation of the truth of what we were seeing. We only saw, in my opinion, one side of it. We did not see the other side because she was methodical in making sure that she made this contract with her husband under the premise or the umbrella of I am socially awkward, where she don't seem socially awkward hanging out with Zach. I'm just saying, bitch, let's just go to, I'm not calling you a bitch, I'm just saying that. But let's just go. She's not socially awkward under Zach. When that asked her out on a date, she said yes immediately. She been hanging out with him for weeks. She was worrying about him at the Mofo Rant. Let's go ahead and keep it a buck. Did you see socially awkward Bao with Zach? Hell no, you saw. I can't. Where was socially awkward Bao? Where? She never showed up for those events. She wasn't socially awkward at all. Matter of fact, she was talking big about Johnny and how much she didn't want to see him and how it was over. Matter of fact, we didn't see socially awkward Bao when she was sitting her ass up on there on the sofa reading Johnny for filth. Matter of fact, she was doing the ghetto lean. She was sitting to the side like this. Go ahead on. Say what you got to say, boo. Go ahead, because I'm ready. Bao was in a position of authority out that mofo. I didn't see socially awkward Bao. Where was she? Did she take off for the night or what? Did she send her representative? So thank you so much, sweetie pie, for your comment. I hope you didn't go away. Sometimes I don't like to talk to people like that because you know they be feeling like Auntie fussing with them, but Auntie's not fussing with them. If you stay with me long enough, you'll see my style. I just saw that on there, honey, and it gave me an opportunity to further read her ass. Okay. Thank you so much, Brittany M, for the $4.99 super chat. Auntie, please make the video about that YouTuber. I used to like him, but he's become obsessed with defending Gil and covert narcissist, allegedly Zach. But you know what, Brittany? Let me tell you, that YouTuber is showing y'all who he really is. Because out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaketh. And this guy presents himself as a Christian man. And he, you know, it's fair for him to support and uplift the crying ass baby brother who didn't have the maturity to sit his ass out there, regardless of what was going on with him. He has to walk off the stage. He's cried, sat there and cried the whole time, but nobody cared about the tears that Marla probably put on her pillow. This brother, to me, in my opinion, doesn't represent women, doesn't really have it for the women. He sat there and made it, an apology video, but then he sat there on somebody else's video, right, on somebody else's channel and called Merla a brat, but he said that Gil was being abusive when he did it. The brother's out of control, right, because he's working from his own emotions. He's working from what has happened with him, okay? Yes, he has. And and Brittany M, I used to like him too, but now I find myself disagreeing with almost everything that he's saying because I see him. I see him and I see the criticism that he is using because, as everybody knows, Janice Hilton says Dusty. She's got everybody saying Dusty. And then you come out there and you criticize somebody else for saying Dusty, right? You want, people to know that that's inappropriate for you. But don't attack that woman because that's what she feels. That's what she feels. Thank you so much, Pamela, for the $5 super chat. How Auntie love your rants. But I was unclear about Marla and Johnny at the end of the show. Did they hook up or they just friends? Hi, thank you, Pamela, as for the super chat. It looks like they're just friends. But Merla was having fun with it. And you know what? Merla has an opportunity to have fun. So anyway, y'all. What you say, Foxy Brown? She says, yes. Okay, wait a minute. Let me find Foxy Brown. Yes, he had me fooled the past 2 months. I've watched his channel. He is hurt like Marla broke up with him. Yes! I am very disappointed. It's turning into a man versus woman. He called Marla a serpent. And that's abusive of him. And he doesn't even realize you would have think that he fucked Marla. Or did he want to have sex with Marla? I mean, what was it? And then, you come out there and you do this apology video. I guess that was for clicks and for views. You do this apology video, so y'all got me going off. You do this apology video. And I've been going out there and I've been studying his stuff. And there's so many contradictions in it. The brother acts like he doesn't like women. If you watch how he interviews women, he interviews them totally than he does with the brothers. And then his interviews are interrogation sessions out that month. And I'm just sitting up here saying, that, is this the difference from him being, from another country and not really understanding what the real is? You don't even live in the United States. Because you talking about, sit your ass down. Why don't you go out there and do some shit? You know what? Okay, you got me gone, Miss Foxy Brown. I got to bring it back in. I got to bring it back in. Let me calm down. Okay, so anyway, we have Zach out there, and Zach is basically denying everything. Now, Michaela strategically had already put her stuff in there. Michaela has said during the last week, okay. So Michaela had already planted a seed. She said that Zach had indicated that if she said something about the sex, that he was going to deny it. Michaela, I truly, absolutely believe you're telling the bald-faced lie. I think it was a setup, and I think it was a manipulation tactic for you to use. Point blank. Now, do I believe that Zach did not kiss her? No, I do not believe that. But do I believe that Zach could have possibly not made love to her that night? Possibly. But I thought that what Michaela said, he said he's going to deny it. If I say anything about it, then he's going to, he's going to deny it. And so when Zach goes out there and Zach is talking about it, then now all of a sudden she's sitting, she's sitting in the back and she's saying, he said he was going to deny it. There it goes. See, everybody, I told y'all he said he was going to deny it. What the fuck are you talking about, y'all? Now, Zach is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. He has not been able to communicate correctly. He said that, the question came up as to why, what happened after the reunion. He said that the two of them were driving together after the reunion. After these two bitches sat up there and said that they did not want to be with one another, they decide that they're going to ride together after decision day. And so they ride together. They get into an argument, as they always do. Michaela get to swinging up in that camp. And, I guess it was a hurricane, maybe it was a category 2. She breaks the window out of her car. She busts the windows out of her car. Okay, and so now he's got to be savior. He's got to save Michaela. He's got to save Michaela's window. And he says, Michaela, come stay with me, because Michaela was having some problems on the job, evidently, or allegedly. She didn't sell a house that she wanted to sell. And so, he's got to be the hero, but he's leading with his penis. A penis ain't never saved nobody. It ain't never fixed the window. Why do I have to make love to you for 4 days? That ain't gonna fix the window. It's not going to fix the window. It ain't. So what sense did it make? He's like, so Kevin was like, so you figured that you give her sex and that'll make things better. He said, I had been rejecting her. And so I figured that, if I injected her instead of rejecting her, then she would feel better. No, that took the bitch over the edge. It took her over the edge, Zach. But Michaela decides that she's going to say, well, if he's going to challenge me and he's going to talk about me, he's going to do it in my face. Then, bitch, you should have let him sit out there while you were sitting out there. These people are crazy and just deranged and stranger than them. These people are crazy. This was the worst season ever. And I got a feeling that 14 is going to be crazy, bitch. It's going to be crazy. This man is sitting out there. He is giving her all kinds of compliments. Next to my mother, you are the most fantastic, phenomenal, schizophrenic, super allocatistic, something allodocious ass woman that I've ever met in my life. But I don't want to be with you. I don't want to talk to you. I thought I was going to come out on this couch and I was going to sit and kiki and all of that kind of stuff. Zach, what land are you living in? This land is your land. This land is my land. What is going on? This just makes me want to take this hat and just take it, switch it around real quick and just throw it across the damn room. Because I'm sitting up here confused about what the hell I'm hearing. Am I hearing the right thing? Am I seeing the right thing? Like, what the hell? Okay. My screen. I feel like I'm crazy. Do y'all feel crazy when y'all listen to Zach? I feel crazy when I listen to that Zach. And I get so emotional, baby, every time I think of you. Thank you so much, Tyra Victoria, for the $20 super chat. Auntie, I love you so much. Swear your reviews be on point. Your reads be accurate AF. Thank you, Boo. Thank you, Tyra. I'm just sitting up there thinking to myself, you know what? I'm the one that's crazy. It ain't Zach, it's not Michaela. Bitch, it's me. It's me. I'm lunching. Maybe like maybe it was the turkey wings for Thanksgiving dinner, bitch. Maybe it was the stuffing. I don't know. Maybe I snorted too much butter, bitch. I mean, maybe I put too much sugar in the cornbread, bitch. I don't know what the hell it is, but I'm gonna tell you right now. Maybe it was, washing collars all night. I don't know, but I'm telling you. Look at my hair. My hair said, you know what, Auntie? It's us. It bitch is us. It is us. It's not them. But Zach is sitting out here playing with Michaela. Michaela said, Zach, did you use her? Michaela said, you used her. He said, no. I don't see what's wrong with me hanging out with the chick. I don't see what's wrong with me, having sex with her. If Michaela wants to get it straight, hey, Michaela, look, I'm here for you. And anything that you need, anything that you want, you just text me, okay? Unblock my phone. This bitch hate being blocked. If you on Instagram, don't you unfriend it. Don't you unfriend him on Facebook. Don't you unfriend Zach, because Zach won't have a problem. Michaela unblock me so we can have a conversation. Leave her the fuck alone. You messing with Bao. You have no good intentions. And the thing about it is, they have praised this mofo for being the eldest brother. He talking about he just in love with being in love. Bitch, didn't you start off this season? I gotta sit up. Didn't your ass start off this season by indicating that you've never been in love? So how the fuck are you in love with love when you don't even know what's love got to do? Got to do it. What's love but a second-hand emotion that you don't know nothing about? You indicated that you have never been in love, but now you're going to sit there and say, I'm in love with love, and I am going to have me some babies. You better hope and pray that you ain't shooting blanks, because you don't know what you are capable of doing. You don't know what your little soldiers are doing. They could have all retired. You don't know. You cannot make a prediction like that. You don't know what the cards are. Nobody knows what the cards are, bitch. So how can you sit there and say, but I know I'm having babies because I'm in love with love? You and Michaela both ain't never been in love. And this right here, this is a display of how you love a person. Don't nobody want to be loved like that. If loving you is wrong, then I don't want to be right. It's the opposite with you. If loving you is right, or the love that you had is right, bitch, I always want to be wrong. Because, Zach, you did not love Michaela. Now, Michaela may be a little loose up around all up in here, all up in the dome, okay, all up in the dome. But she ain't that, she got a couple of screws that's holding things together, bitch. And when she said that you ain't never loved her and you ain't never kid, now that little story she gave was some bullshit. But nevertheless, you never loved her. You saw Michaela, in my opinion, as an object for you to release your frustration and your stress and your perfectionism. You are a perfectionist, and ain't nothing perfect about you. There's only one person who is perfect, and that is God. He can make a whole world full of people, and none of us look alike unless it's twins. And even he knows how to build that. Let me tell you, honey, that's perfection. When a mofo can make me and my brothers and sisters look similar, and none of us look alike. It ain't nobody else with my same DNA. That's perfection. That's perfection, not you. not you. And a perfectionist is always going to continue to judge themselves. But you're the eldest brother, and you want your brothers to take your advice when you got on the show in front of everybody on national TV and fucked up. And then you sit there at the end of the reunion and call yourself wanting to apologize to Michaela, and everybody like, oh, she should have let him apologize. No, I wouldn't have wanted to hear the apology either. Because when you was making love to me them 4 days, that's when you should have apologized. When I was cooking your food, boo. When I was praying over you at night, okay? When I was laying up in the bed for you, boo, that's when you needed to apologize. I don't need an open apology in front of people because I done checked your raggedy ass. Why do y'all let me do these rants? Hit that cash app for one of your cousins. Why do y'all let me get out here and do these rants? Y'all dead ass wrong for letting me do these rants. I gotta calm down. Okay, shout out to Janice. Shout out to Janice. Janice, you got people toe up from the flow up saying to Dusty. You got people losing their religion over a word. Gil is a Dusty. Thank you, Nicole, for the reminder. And then they bring out Rachel and Jose. Now, they were saying that they believe that Jose is playing on another team. I think that a lot of us have questioned whether or not Jose has been playing on the same team. Jose said he ain't got no problem. Okay. Thank you so much, Kelsby, for the 1999 super chat. Auntie, tell him. Thank you, boo. Thank you, love. Thank you. So now they're out there talking, and they were talking about the relationship and all that. At this point, they're out there with Dr. Cal, Dr. Pepper, and Viviana, and they are talking, and they're bringing out the two couples that agreed to stay together on decision day. Okay, so they bringing them mofos out there, right? Okay. Thank you so much, Beverly Carney, for the 1999 super chat. Zach confused himself. Okay. So they bring out Jose and Rachel, sit there and they Jose and Rachel. Jose sitting there being innocent and everything, and as we saw on where are they now? He met with her friends because she said her friends and her family was, really messed up with him. They really wasn't bunking with him like that no more. And so, they bring this raggedy mofo out there. And then while the raggedy mofo was sitting out there and everything, Dr. Pepper told him, I see anger in you and bitch, you need some counseling. Dr. Pepper said, you need some serious counseling. She said, because you messed up in the head. I see the anger. I don't know where it's coming from. She said, do you see it? Do you see it, Jose? Jose said, Rachel said that they have made a decision that they're going to get back together and that she's going to go ahead and live back in the house. She said the house was big enough. It was roomy enough for her stuff, but at least she didn't sell her stuff down to 3 things: a blender, a dog, and a pair of underwear. Bitch, can you imagine a month coming to your house? Can you imagine a month coming to your house and all he got is 3 things to his... Bitch, that means that you living off of me. You don't have anything else. Oh my God, I'm trying to keep myself together. Gil didn't have anything else that he thought was even valuable enough to say this bitch came with less than a trash bag. He had a brown paper bag. He had a sandwich bag, a Ziploc sandwich bag with the stuff that you sold everything. So you totally think you get ready to live off of me? Are you crazy? I'd have broke up with him too. Every feeling I had would have been gone. Rachel said she had so much that Jose was asking her when she was going to unpack her stuff. And then you got Big Gil, the broke down, busted, disgusted month coming up in there with all of his in a sandwich bag. And you got mofos mad at Merla, that Merla got to play by their game, that she got to follow their rules and how to break up, and she can't break them. It's hard. If you break up with her, whether it be good or bad, you're going to break a bitch's heart. You've been living 30-some years, and the only valuable thing you got is 3 things. You sold everything, you sorry bitch. I'm expecting this to have a U-Haul truck. We both established people. We're not vagabonds living up underneath a goddamn bridge and we're only bringing 3 things out of our grocery cart. He living like he was homeless. You damn right I would have been afraid when a bitch coming out there and I see his underneath the bridge. You done set up there and sold everything, and everything that you want and everything that you need is at my house. You don't have no new furniture. You ain't got no jewelry. You don't have anything to show. You come into my house with a sandwich bag full of. You bringing a blender, a dog, and you gonna live in my house, and I ain't gonna have no fear and say fucking Nantucket on day 14. The men that I know, 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 and they out here week after week would have to have a U-Haul truck, beep, 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 moving up in my camp. And we would have to hire a hiring crew. And together we would sell what needs to be sold. Bitch. They got plush leather furniture at their house. I ain't talking about pleather. I'm talking, okay, I'm going to use one of my friends. He got plush at his house. Valuables, antiques on the wall. I mean, this house just laid out. And the only thing he gonna bring out of his house is a blender. Bitch, you ain't got nothing. Who was I talking about before I got on that? Lord Jesus, help me, God. I was talking about Rachel and Jose. Rachel said that he was annoyed and said, put it up. I need you to put it up. She said that, she didn't feel like, she was comfortable in the house, but she's realized that the two of them going to stay together, bitch. And you got Gil. Thank you so much. Oh, my goodness. Let me say. Miss Real Rose won for the $5 super chat. He sold everything to buy that pimpalicious suit, that Cartier bracelet, that Gucci belt, and those razzle-dazzle Louboutin shoes. Miss, you better go ahead on. Do I got that? You better go ahead on and tell her that's real. Exactly. Because again, he living off Merla's money. This bitch brought nothing to the table. God, that give me the chills. He brought nothing to the table. So he can't take nothing off. And as bad as this guy, this YouTuber be talking about her, and as much as he says, and he says that Merla lied, he not listening. When they asked Merla about the money, she said the money was a problem from the motherfucking beginning. Listen with your ears. I went back and listened to it too. And Merla, when they asked Merla about the money, they all knew what the issue was. They knew the issue was money. This month says that Merla wanted control. She said that she was insecure financially, and this dumb, says that finances isn't money. It's not financial. It's not about the money. If she had financial insecurity, bitch, it's about the money. Dr. Calvin says when he got with his wife, he was broke. But guess what, Dr. Calvin? You and your wife had an opportunity to date. She saw the potential from you, not just 8 weeks. Y'all dated, knew each other's family, had an opportunity to get to, she don't know this mother who then came to her house with 3 items. 3 items, and one of them got to eat. He came with 3 items, and one of them got to eat. One of them got to be fed. It got to go to the vet. I just spent, how much did I spend a day on my dog? $135 for a fucking mole. Bitch, I can't. Y'all gonna have to pray for me. I can't. I took my dog to the vet today for a fucking mole that was $135 when I can take a cotton freaking shoestring and get mine off my face. I got to take the fucking dog to the groomer. $135 plus bitch medicine. And you coming to my house with 3 things? And one of them gotta eat. It's gotta go to the vet. It's gotta be walked. It's gotta be getting shots. We ain't even gonna talk about the shots. We're not gonna talk about all of that. And you come to my house, bitch, with 3 things and no savings account because you got a pension. You mother, how dare you? How dare you have anything to say about Merla breaking up with this? No, Merla shouldn't have did it. And I was the first one. And then this says that nobody is holding Merla responsible for anything. You know, they're not holding her accountable for anything. I'm the one that said that Merla was an actress. I've been holding Merla accountable. I said she got an Oscar. I said she was acting. How you want everybody to bow down to what you think because Gil is sitting his ass out there crying? And then you go sit there and say, well, men, men, we always try to make sure that, when men are hurt, that, they're okay. Well, what about the women? So we're not supposed to make sure Merla okay. We're not supposed to make sure that any of these women are okay. When this bitch is sitting his ass out there every week tearing her down. And I've talked to men after men after men. Wait a minute. American men after men after men who have said week after week, he's wrong. He's abusive. He doesn't deserve her. He envies her. He's resentful of her wealth and her drive. And then this bitch comes out there with Christian Louboutins on, lifts his foot up to the sky, bitch, to let everybody see that he now has $750 shoes on his feet. When he was the one that told Merla that she was bougie and that she needed to remember where she came from. And then Dr. Pepper gonna say, well, Merla, you said that you don't love. I used to love him. I tried to have feelings for his broke ass. I can't sit there and tell you, Dr. Pepper, what day it started. It's just when I knew that I knew that I knew that I knew. I knew. And this is so broke that he can count his paycheck against her paycheck up to $100. With all the deductions, I'm sure that's coming out, and the mortgages that she's paying, and the things that she's being responsible for, a woman who gives a fuck about $100. As I said, my dog had a mole. A mole. And that extra $100 that he got on his paycheck wouldn't even have paid for my dog's mole. Riddle me that. When you sitting your black ass up here every week, getting a like, a click, and a view, and a subscribe, and making money on YouTube of the very people you can't represent. I gotta get off of this dude because I gotta read for him, but I gotta continue to go through his because I'm going through his. What you're not gonna do is attack anybody and think ain't nobody coming back for you. You don't. Miss Janice ain't did nothing to you. She said that he's a dusty. He's a motherfucking dusty. He's a dusty. If that's what you want to call him. If I want to call him something else, I can call him that. But you ain't got to use that to do commentary and try to come against nobody. Oh, I was offended. And I am offended. Thank you, Tanya. Lewis for the $4.99 super chat. Gil lifted his foot up so everyone could see his shoes because he's not used to nothing. Broke down and dusty. Absolutely. The bitch looked like a ballerina. He looked like he was a ballerina, making sure that everybody saw his red bottoms. But you criticized her for you should have never. Thank you so much, Tanya. Oh, wait a minute. Is that Tanya or Toya? I'm sorry, boo. Thank you so much, Tanya B, for the $19.99 super chat. Thank you, boo. I gotta bring myself in. I don't know if it's that drink I had at lunch. Oh my goodness, I had me a peach margarita. It was so good. I think I have a worker outside of my house, y'all. I think it's a worker outside my house. Because I can hear some of the work being done. God. Anyway, y'all, I will come back with my part 2 of this video. I think that there's a worker outside of my house. And unfortunately, I've got to go out there. Okay. It's windy here in the DMV. And I had some damage to the side of this home. Love y'all. I'll come back with part 2. I've got to go. They're out there working. Love y'all.